Right now might be the best time to pick up a Final Fantasy Surge for Mythic, as the supply is starting to dwindle up. Cloud's only got 9 left. He's about to surpass his all-time high here if he makes the sale of 775. Sephiroth is about to follow suit with only 27 of them left. If you look at the sales history, I mean, he's selling like 10 a day. 10 like on average. I mean, you can see what their all-time high was at, but I mean, I think they're definitely going to surpass that. Some of these cards are probably going to be $2,000 raw. I mean, Tifa's already selling like crazy here. Like 400 is probably going to be a cheap price for her. I mean, she's selling like 15 or 20 a day or something. I mean, eventually she's probably going to be $7,000. This guy's got 69 of them. Okay, I think we know who's been buying on Tifa. But, I mean, the supply is definitely dwindling. People have been talking about a Pro Tour tournament ship where they reward you with collector boxes, and that's going to flood the supply here soon. But I don't know how much of a supply that's going to be adding, and someone said they were getting like 4 boxes or something. You can see what the potential that a lot of these had. You know, Titus was selling at least 3 or 4 at 675. So he's selling really well too. Like if you just look at the 16th, there's probably like 10 or 15 or something, like 10. So like in 4 days, that's going to dwindle up. I don't know how many are being added to the market. I can't imagine 10 a day are being added though. So in about 3 or 4 days, I think you're going to see Titus at probably like $300 or $400. Lightning is still at a really good price. I mean, I bought her a few weeks ago at like 170, and she's selling really well too. Not quite as well, but I mean, I think there's going to be a domino effect here once a lot of these expensive surge foils start getting bought up and they're like $1,000. People are going to start looking at a lot of the other surge foils. Mainly, it's just the mythics that are kind of short supply here right now. There's only like 34 of Kefka right now. I ended up buying him at $100, and I think he's a really good buy in that range because he did sell for 362. Clive's been at about around the same range of 90. I think he's really good for a mythic. He's got a really good potential. He's probably going to be up there $300-$400 here soon too. I think when a lot of the mythics get bought out, I mean, there's still some really cheap ones like Go-Go. It's really cheap for a mythic surge foil right now, and he's probably going to be back in that range, $150 here soon. It's just, that's not the best art of him. So Noctis is still a really good buy, and I'll show you why these rares are still a really good buy at $50 or so. Because this is what they're selling for graded, just to give you an idea. It's a lot easier for a card to get, 5 times the value, 10 times the value when it's not too expensive. It's a lot harder to get, 5 times the value of a $700 card, but I mean, I think that's a really good buy for whoever won that auction there. When that card's selling for like 700, you're not even getting double, And meanwhile, you have Vincent over here, which is like a $50 card. He's getting $350. You have Noctis doing the same, $350. You have Yuna getting 5 times the value for $1,000. So the cheaper the card is, Jill is $30 right now, so she's getting more than 10 times the value. It's just the easier it is to maximize your profit there, especially with graded cards. I mean, it's a lot easier for, like Dion, he was $100. He's like $20 now, so maybe someone that has $200 instead of just getting 1 surge foil, maybe they want 10 Dions, you know, he'll spread it out. It's better to, you know, get a variety, of course, unless you really love Dion that much. I mean, like the Wandering Minstrel, he was selling for 120, and he's, you know, $18 card. So just because there's 128 of them now, I mean, you know, they're probably selling like 10 a day, you know, right now. But once a lot of the Mythic Surge foils start getting bought up, I think a lot of people are gonna look back at those rares, and those have a lot of potential too. But just because Sephiroth is you know, $700 right now, if you have that kind of a budget for one single card, I mean, it's still honestly probably a good buy. I mean, he was, you know, $952, but probably once this all gets bought up, he'll probably be able to get 2,000 for him raw, I'd imagine. I mean, just to give you an idea of what Final Fantasy fans are paying for some of these cards. I mean, granted, these are rare cards that were won in a tournament, but I mean, still, this is Tifa, the Landfall version, which is like her Surge foil version, selling for 100. So that just gives you an idea of what people will pay for art and something that's a little more rare. And we also have Cloud selling for like $25,000. And, you know, that's just a different art style of the $20 version of the Midgard Mercenary. But, you know, he was won in a tournament. He's pretty rare. I think there's like, I don't know how many. I think maybe like 250 or something. Maybe less than that. But, I mean, that's pretty crazy to sell for $25,000. I mean, that's just giving you an idea of what these cards can potentially go to. I mean, yeah, just because they're 700 now doesn't mean they're not going to be like 5,000, 3,000 in the future. I mean, 5,000 probably if you get it graded in soon here. But so recently I just ended up grabbing Kefka for 100. I think he's a good buy, and I'm just sticking with the Mythics right now. I think Clive's a really good buy right now. He's been sitting at like 90, but I don't think he's going to be sitting there for too much longer. I mean, some of the Mythics are still really cheap, like $60, you know. And they're a lot harder to get, you know, a lot harder to hit. And I don't think there's going to be too many people. I mean, usually how it goes is like once the next set comes out, a lot of the interest and the price starts to dwindle and drop. But with Final Fantasy, it's so iconic. I don't know if that's going to be the case here. So I think you know, a lot of the supply is really gonna dwindle up here. If you're interested in any of these cards, it might be a good time to snatch some of these up. You know, like Aerith hasn't really gone up too much. She's just like double of her low, all-time low, you know, and she's freaking iconic, you know. That she's selling for 500 graded if you get a 10. So there's still a lot of potential here, and this might be the lowest at the moment, you know. Going forward, who knows? There might be another dip when people get those boxes from that pro collector or from that pro tour championship. But we'll have to see. I mean, I don't think Cloud is coming back down. I mean, he's so hard to hit. I think you're lucky to get him at 400 on that dip probably, and that's probably the lowest that we're gonna see him again. And I mean, some people might post him. You might see him at like 600 again, or like 550 once those people get those boxes or something. But some of these others, they're already at their pretty much at their low from like, I would say like the 16th or something, like the 17th. Like, even it was like 180 when I was looking to buy her, and it's a toss up now between her and Terra. I mean, Terra's actually more expensive, like the base version, like just the borderless non-foil. She's like $50, I think. And Yuna's only like $30 non-foil. But the thing with collectors is it's not about the power level, you know, it's just all about how much people like the character and you know, how much people like the art after that. And there's something about this Yuna, just like her little half smile. It just reminds me of like the Mona Lisa or something. It's just really good art compared to grumpy lightning over here. But Terra is freaking iconic. She's like the main character. She is the main character in Final Fantasy 6 here. And, you know, I don't know if she's more popular, you know, because that was a really old game, you know. I would say Titus is gonna go through the roof here too soon. I mean, at 675, he's, you know, he's just on the trajectory. He's like a $40 borderless non-foil too, so he's up there. But yeah, that's my take on my prediction. You know, take it with a grain of salt. But I think these cards are gonna start shooting up, and then the rares are gonna follow suit after that. It's gonna be a domino effect, just like the first spike. And you know, now is probably a good time to pick up a lot of these cheap rares too. I mean, there is a large supply of them. Like when there's 120 of them, they're just going to be fighting. They're just going to be fighting to undercut each other. But I thought that was going to be the same thing with Cecil, but he really didn't drop below like $28, I think. And now he's working his way back up to like 32 and like 35. So I think 28 was the lowest you're going to see him at. Yeah, it's a few sales at 28, you know. So don't expect it to go back to you know, the original low, you know. And another thing is you know, that I've been kind of worried about, you know, especially when you're buying off of TCG Player, is a lot of these double-sided cards are really hard to detect. You can't use the tried and true traditional ways to determine if it's authentic by checking the green dot or the T on the magic text. So if you're buying off a TCG Player and it's not, you know, eBay, which they send it off to an authenticator, you better know exactly how to test this card, because they are getting it down for the weight. I got a card that was counterfeit that the hollow foil had freaking mana symbols in there, so you really have to know exactly what you're looking at, which is basically high definition digital microscope to check the rosette pattern, and, you know, just the text on a lot of it to see if it's double printed, you know. I mean, the one fake that I got that did have the mana symbols in there, it didn't have a crisp border on a lot of the spikes on the Magic the Gathering symbol there, so that was one dead giveaway. But I mean, once they get that down, it's going to be pretty hard, and especially if you're buying these cards that, you know, have been out now since the original print. A lot of people said a lot of the clones from China are starting to reach the market now, so definitely be careful. It would suck to buy like $1,000 fake proxy, you know, and you know, just definitely do some research. I've got a video that I'll link below which points out some of the tests that I did to determine authenticity, and check that out if you're not aware of that. Thanks for watching, take it easy, and I'll catch you on the next one.